Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will be demonstrating you the project in my series FinTech Analytics project, and the topic of this project is AI fraud detection system. So first let's see the folder structure, like how many files are there. So the first three images are nothing but the outputs. These are the screenshots of the output, then which are not required actually. The main file is app.py, which contains the whole code, and then there is a readme file, and rest are models. There are total 5 models. So as you can see, the ISO means isolate forest model, RF means random forest model, and then XGB, that is XGBoost model, and then the rest two are scalar and an encoder. So these are the requirements, and all these files are available in the GitHub repository. The link will be given in the description. So let's go back to the code. Okay, so as you can see, the code is roughly about 282 lines. Just a second. Yes, so it is of 282 lines. Yeah, as you can see, I've imported few libraries here: Streamlit, NumPy, then Pandas, then Joblib. So these are required for this project. And afterwards, I have configured the page, like I have given the title of the page, and then an icon is also added here. Uh, then there is a section of loading models. So I have loaded all the required models, which I have shown you in the folder. So random forest is there, then XGB is there, then isolate forest is there, and scalar and type encoder is also there. Afterwards, a custom CSS is there. So this is very simple and sober structure. Like, the CSS is not too fancy or kind of that. I've kept it simple only. If you wish, you can modify this CSS as per your interest. After CSS, there is a header. Like, the main topic is mentioned here: AI fraud detection system, and a smaller heading, or you can say a subtitle: real-time intelligent fintech fraud analysis, is also just placed below the main heading. And then there is layout. Afterwards, there is input section. So in this input section, this is the section where all the input parameters are given. Like, we can choose from the various input parameters. So the first input parameter is nothing but the transaction type. So in this, I have already fitted it with 4 different types of transaction types: payment, transfer, cash out, and debit. Afterwards, the amount. So this is a transaction amount. So, like, how much value is of transaction. So what is the amount of transaction? So we have to give the input. So currently the default value is 5000 only. Then there is sender old balance. That means the person who is sending the money, so what was his original balance. And then there is the new balance of sender. So, like, after debiting of that money, what would be the new balance. So here it is 5000 again, like the default value is that. And then there is a receiver old balance, like the person who receives the money, what is his original balance, and like before receiving the money, what was the balance, and after receiving the money, what is the new balance. So these are the parameters, and I have already given some default values. And at last, there is a predict button. So here is the prediction section, where the whole main core logic is present. You can see there is feature engineering, then there is input array, then there is scale, and then predictions are also there, like the rules of prediction. See, I'm not going to explain all this code and all, because it gets pretty complex to understand this type of code. You can just understand it on your own pace. Just I will give you a brief overview of this. uh, as you can see, there is rule based boosting. So let me tell you one thing: it is in a hybrid architecture, where there is use of machine learning as well as a probability based system, which is nothing but rule based boosting. So all these are nothing but the rules which will be used for predicting the output along with the machine learning. Then there are some debugging outputs. This will be shown on the output section, like on the dashboard. and afterwards the risk threshold flagging, like there are three types of risk: medium, low, high. And what would be the value to mark it as low risk or a medium risk or high risk? So this section is for that. Like I have implemented the rule for that. Like if the risk score is greater than equal to 70, then it will be high risk. And if the risk is greater than equals to 40, it will be medium risk, and below that it would be considered as low risk. Then there is explainable AI text generation. So basically it tells you why this output is calculated, like what's the reason behind calculating this output. Let's say, consider an example. You just clicked on the analyze transaction button and it showed low risk, then it will also tell you why it is showing low risk. So these are the rules for that. Like if it shows low risk, then it must be because of these one of these rules or one of these reasons. Then there is result cards. So the C1, C2 and C3 are nothing but the columns where I guess it shows the probability score of various models, like random forest is there, and also there is XGB. I haven't chosen the isolate forest because of the accuracy. The random forest and the XGB was the best, so I kept these two. And the third one is of a risk score. So it tells you what is the score of risk. And then at last you can see there is a final alert display, and there is flag explanation, like as I told you earlier, the reason. So those reasons are shown here in this section only. Now let's run this project. So first I will open a terminal. Okay, so the terminal is successfully opened. I will type the command streamlit run space app.py, because our app is in Streamlit, that's why we have to run this project using this command only. And one more thing, as you can see, this command is not properly visible because of the black block around the text, so that's a kind of a glitch. But the main command is nothing but streamlit run app.py. I will hit enter, and now it will open a browser window on a particular localhost URL, and on that URL you will get to see the app. Okay, so finally the app is loaded now. So as you can see, the main heading AI fraud detection system, and the subtitle or subheading real-time intelligent fintech fraud analysis. So here we have to enter the transaction details, and at the bottom we have to click on the analyze transaction button. So if we click on analyze transaction button, on the default values we will get okay, so we will get low risk. And why this was flagged? The transaction appears normal, so this is the reason. And you can see the probabilities of the various models, like random forest and XGBoost, and there is also risk score mentioned, which is 0.9. The debugging scores are also there, like ML risk, rule boost and final risk. Now let's change the values here. Let's say the transaction type is cash out, the transaction amount 50,000, and the sender old balance is 52,000. Okay, the sender's new balance would be 2,000, and the receiver old balance would be 50,000, and it would, let's say, 55,000. No, let's say the receiver's old balance 3,000, and the new balance would be 55,000. Let's click on the analyze transaction button, and here we got medium risk. So the risk score is 57.3. So this was the whole project, and you can change the values to see what output comes. Like you can use various variations, and the output will vary as per the parameters. So thank you for listening, guys, and I hope you this is helpful for all of you. See you in the next video.